Premier League Punter Show. We're back, week 23 now. What results we've been having this first part of the year. Very interesting indeed, especially FA Cup results. Interesting to see how that will translate when we give our predictions today. But I want to introduce big man on campus, Alex from Need for Tips, and of course, Flash as well. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Happy New Year to you all.
Thanks for having us. Happy New Year, Nat.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Now, before we start, obviously, we've quickly got, I don't know if you guys have got any tips there, Chelsea-Arsenal match that's kicking off, I think, in 1 hour's time there. First leg, we were speaking, Alex, just before we sort of hit play, you were saying that the lineup was strange for Arsenal. Who's the lineup?
Yeah, I just saw the lineup. So Spina, Chambers, Mustafi, Holding, Bellerin, Wilshere, Xhaka, Maitland-Niles, Iwobi, Welbeck, Lacazette. Very weird to see no Ozil there. I don't know. I don't understand. They are playing against Chelsea, you know. They are not playing against Bristol City. Even against Bristol City.
Alex, that tells me that there might be a deal in the offing, and they're not going to
well, clearly
be able to risk them for getting injured.
Yeah, but if you see Chelsea lineups, they are playing with their first 11. Morata, Hazard, Alonso, Drinkwater, Kante, Fabregas, Moses, Rudiger.
None of them are going to go
Yeah,
anywhere.
but they might get injured because they have against Leicester, not a how to say, a low team, a very good team, a tough team to beat Leicester.
I don't think these two selections have anything to do with getting injured, as in for Saturday. The Ozil and Sanchez not playing, that just tells me that there's probably another club for them within the next coming weeks.
All right.
Yeah,
well, listen,
true.
The odds for Chelsea have dropped considerably, 1.7. Based on sort of what I was just saying, is it worth taking Chelsea 1.7, or would you say that's too low?
Not low at all. I think that you should take. Yeah, if it's 1.7, I think that we should take it with our eyes closed because.
Where are you getting
absolutely.
that? That's a great. It's down to 1.3.
Just pulled it
I
up.
see everywhere.
Really? I've got Chelsea. No, I've got Chelsea Arsenal 1.7. Well, that's Bet-Bright. I've got 1.62. William Hill 1.6. Bet365.
So I'm on odds checker right now, and I see it. Yeah, wow. If you can get that price, I'd definitely like to know where that is, because I'd bet that with my eyes closed right now. I mean, Arsenal without Mesut Ozil is not. I mean, they can't score goals without him. I mean, I don't. That lineup is shit, really. I mean,
Alex,
I just on Bet365 right now, 1.6. Just made a bet $100 for that. Is logical.
Nice. There we go. We've got Josh Miller. I like Chelsea -1. No Ozil, no Sanchez, no Sex. So there we go. Any bets on that one, Flash?
No, because it's a two-legged tie, and I don't like getting involved in the first leg, because the first thing you hear at the end of the game is it's only half time. That whole lineup to me is a containing lineup from Arsenal, and it's hang on as long as you can. So, but if you're just going to go with Chelsea win, I can see Chelsea winning this game 1-0. It won't be a blowout though, that is for sure, because even if you're 2 down, you might be able to just get one back and then get them back to the Emirates next week. So I don't like betting in two-legged affairs unless it's the second leg.
Okay, yeah, often wise words there. But Chelsea at home, before they head over to their second leg, it is a must-win, maybe 1.6, 1.7, the way to go. Dalo4, thanks for joining us. Food and gambling, the way to my heart. He sat eating a doner kebab like a true Geordie. Nice one. All right, listen, let us kick off Premier League punters with some Premier League matches. Going to quickly pull up. Going to speak to our main man, Larry, there. We can't see his face, but he's there, man behind the camera. Can you pull up our record, please? There we go. Okay, so let's have a look. Still in first place is Big Man on Campus, 20 units of profit. Absolutely well done. Congratulations heading into week 23. So that's awesome. Natalie, me, 10.3 units of profit. Quite surprised by that. I've been struggling, but I've been keep on pushing myself and up 10.3 units there. Alex, 7.8, and Flash, who keeps hitting the post in his own words. Flash, what's going on?
I keep getting done. I get the right selections, but I don't get it the right way round. And there's been a few late goals. But again, 10 can be wiped out within a week or two anyway. So again, halfway through, I mean, I've just got to just keep doing what I'm doing. And then if I'm down at the end of the year, then they've got to put it down to the bat. I'm not going to start changing what I do.
All right, that's good. Stick with what you're doing, and let's hope luck will change. But let us commence. Crystal Palace versus Burnley now. Palace 2.05, draw 3.3, and Burnley 4. Crystal Palace now in 14th, looking like relegation candidates earlier this season. Burnley in 7th. Quite close, I have to say, between these two. Not sure I quite like to call the winners market, but kick us off, Flash. What do you like?
Well, I've been championing Palace all year, and I can't go with them this week for some reason because I think all three results are possible. Palace are a little bit on my naughty step because of the attitude they showed at Brighton on Monday night. I know the personnel will be a bit different. They picked up a couple of injuries, but I just can't rely on Palace to go and get the job done against Burnley. Burnley this year, they're the Premier League professionals. Home or away, they put it in. And listen, go back to the swashbuckling that I was called. I prefer that every day. If you got a team that are going to put it in, then I don't want to go against them. So it's a pass from me.
Okay, all right. So first pass here, week 23. Alex, what do you like?
I like both teams to score at 2.1 with 10 bet, the best odds on the market right now. I think that both teams are decent and they can find the back of the net in this one. Short and leave it like that. Not a lot of comments. I totally agree with what Flash said, but I think that we can see both teams scoring in this one.
Okay, both teams to score was one of my second bets actually for this match. Big man, over to you. What's your bet?
Yeah, Roy Hodgson a little under fire after that lineup he put out. Definitely needs to pay off this week. I mean, there's a reason he did that. Obviously, focusing on this, and they need to come out with a good performance here. But I like Burnley. I've made money on them this year. Not really looking to go against them either. So for me, it's going to be an agreement with Flash. It's a hard pass for me here in the first game.
All right, two passes. Interesting. Do you know, I'm actually going to take, I think Burnley have got the upper chance. If anything, there's a strong possibility of the draw. Burnley and the draw is what I'm going for. Double chance, 1.85. My second bet, but it won't be official for my records, though, is both teams to score. I like that. Odds 2.1. So there we go. Huddersfield, Dalo 4, under 2.5 goals, I feel. 0-0 or 1-0 either way. Huddersfield versus West Ham. Huddersfield 2.6, West Ham 3, and the draw also comes in at 3 here. Obviously, Huddersfield strong at home, 4 wins. We've got West Ham struggling on the road there. They've picked up just one win this season. Alex, over to you. What do you like in this match?
It's a pass, a total pass for me. I was looking at this match all day long, trying to find value, but no, it's a pass for me. This is my first pass.
Okay, first pass. I wonder how many. Big man, what have you got?
Yeah, I'm going to go with West Ham United. You did mention their struggles on the road, but you know they've played better with David Moyes at the helm. I like the addition there. Surprisingly enough, he's actually been pretty good. They're getting Arnautovic back, and Huddersfield hasn't performed great at home in a short while or a long while here. I just don't think Huddersfield are very good. It was nice to see them early on, and I know people in the chat like them, but I just don't know that they're a Premier League side. I think in the second half of the season, they're going to get battered and get relegated. I'm going to go with the team playing better right now, and I can get West Ham United at 3 at certain spots. So I'm going to go with that. West Ham United at 3.
Okay, so taking the away win. Flash, what have you got?
Yes, it's a pass from me because I can't rely on West Ham. I certainly wouldn't want to be with Huddersfield. If a gun to my head, I'd expect this to be low scoring. I don't expect the value to be like under 2.5 goals, maybe even under 1.5. So no, it's going to be a pass. But just to go back to our charts, and I'm 10 units down. I had 1 unit on Crystal Palace to beat Man City at 12, and they missed a penalty in the 91st minute. See how quickly it can change.
Yeah.
I'm not that
Yep.
I'm still thinking about it at all. You know what I mean?
No, sure you're not Flash, but okay, yes. We've got Christian Oxner saying over 2 goals in the game, priced at -115. thoughts. Flash, you just said you think it's going to be an unders game. I think it's Huddersfield versus West Ham, I believe. Anybody got any thoughts? I know it's 2 passes here. Oh, sorry. Well, Alex, you were going for a pass. Any thoughts on the goals?
We might see 2 goals, but I don't know what to say. It's a dangerous approach, the goals market in this one. It might end 0-0, you know, it might end 2-2, 3-3, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's dangerous.
Okay, big man, thoughts? You're playing West Ham. Do you think we're good? Playing 2 goals is a safe bet?
I mean, I think in that case you're probably gonna push there. I don't really bet the push, so yeah, I don't really have much feel in that. Huddersfield can be really hard to watch at times, but so can West Ham. I mean, West Ham has given up 40 goals in 22 games, so they'll give up goals, but they have been better lately defensively. And whenever Joe Hart's around, that's always a concern. But I don't have much opinion on this totals. Later as the season goes on, I kind of fade away more from totals and just kind of bet sides. But I wish him luck in his bet.
All right. So there we go. That's the answer. Maybe 1 to pass just from what we're saying. We've got also Andre Swoop. Both teams to score on Huddersfield West Ham. And then we've got Hey Boy play on Chelsea versus Arsenal. I think we're all signing on Chelsea here. 1.6 to 1.7 shop around for your odds there. I'm going actually for my bet there, Huddersfield versus West Ham. I'm slightly nervous on this one. One eye closed on this one. Huddersfield win. Have to say 2.6. I just really like the odds, and basing it on West Ham's poor road performance and their leaky defence. Obviously, Huddersfield last home performance, they drew 0-0 to Burnley, but I'm just hoping that West Ham's leaky defence is going to give way, and we're going to see a 1-0 at least win from Huddersfield. So there we go, 2.6. Newcastle versus Swansea now. Newcastle 1.91, draw 3.3, and Swansea 4.5. Not a lot of goals between these two teams on paper, sort of looking at like the Newcastle win, but Swans serious need of points, and they did just pull a win recently against Watford 2-1. I think that let everybody down, didn't they? We were all on the Watford win, so a little nervous about the outright. Dalo 4, let us know if you're supporting your team there. Start us off, big man. Newcastle versus Swansea.
Yeah, I actually like Newcastle here a lot. I think this is a pretty solid price to take them at home here. I mean, Swansea City is pretty much a relegation team. They're not going to fight out of this. They're a mess right now. 13 goals. I mean, come on. That's absolutely disgusting. And I like Newcastle at home. I think it's St. James Park. They're always worth the bet. I could pretty much double my money on Newcastle against a championship side. I'll go with it here. I like Rafa. I'm going to go Newcastle 1.9 here. Like it.
All right, taking that home win. Flash, do you agree?
100%, I agree. Yeah, I mean Newcastle against. I've gone with Newcastle and have let me down against stronger sides. I'm not going to go against them against the weakest side. I can't believe that they've gone for Carvajal. Obviously, it was at Sheffield Wednesday, who I know all about. I got an unbelievably lucky win. Papers over the cracks for me. They are poor. No goals in them. And Newcastle, they've got goals. But they've just not been like falling their way. So for me, I've got Newcastle at 2, big man, with Boyle Sports. So I'm definitely with Newcastle.
Okay, so 2 for Newcastle. Dalo 4 chimed in saying, I've been a Newcastle fan long enough to know we don't win games that we should. Everyone, I think, will be on Newcastle, and I see a draw similar to the Brighton game. Alex, what do you like?
All over Newcastle also. I don't think that Swansea will avoid the relegation. Away they are staying better than home. Weird to see them staying better, but I don't think that they will put a lot of problems to Newcastle in this away match. So all over Newcastle at evens, like Flash said, and big man of
All
course.
right. Okay, I've got Kevin Rapley. Swansea are shite. Newcastle, perfect pick. So it seems a full house. I'm also with Newcastle there. I found 1.91. Looks like you can get different odds here. We've got 1.9 1.95 at Bet Victor. So again, it's one of those picks really. Shop around for your odds for the better price. West Brom versus Brighton now. We've got West Brom 2.1, draw 3.1, Brighton 4.2. West Brom very poor at home. I think it's a very tough match to predict. Start us off, Alex. What do you like?
This is my second pass. Yeah, I'm starting with the pass again, and I don't know. It's another difficult game. I hope the guys, my colleagues, will light me, and I will bet what they will choose.
Oh yeah, okay, I like that one. It's a pass for me, I have to say, Alex. I'm with you. I'm with you on this one. It's a very tough match, I think, to predict. West Brom, poor home and away. Brighton aren't scoring. Flash, have you got anything for this match?
Yeah, I'm going to go with West Brom. It's put up or shut up time for them, and I like the way that Pardew actually played some of his players, or quite a few of his players, in the FA Cup, and they put a shift in. Rondon scoring. Now you find that people like Rondon, they go and they score in batches. He might score maybe 3 or 4 in the next 3 or 4 weeks. I think they're on the right side, and the big thing is for me is I think they'll be too strong for Brighton. Brighton normally ends up with nil. I think that I think West Brom will win this. And odds against 2.1. Yeah, I'm happy to take the home side.
All right, Flash going with West Brom there. Big man, what do you like?
I'm going to go with kind of an off the radar pick here. I do these every once in a while. Flash, I hear your opinion on Pardew, but again, it was against Exeter City. I mean, they're a League Two group. I mean, that's I don't know how impressive that is.
Oh yeah,
but I hear
it's
you.
not about the opposition, big man. It's not about the opposition. It's just about maybe getting the boys to be able to play together. And Rondon scoring is the biggest thing that swayed me. Is because strikers, once they score, they get a bit of confidence.
Right, and if they're gonna not get relegated, they got to win games like this. I'm gonna go with I really could see a draw. The under 2.5 coming in. I could see 0-0. I don't see any goals in this game. I think this will be a boring game. West Brom seemingly plays a lot of those. Last 5 fixtures, they played 2 0-0 games. So I'm going to go with that here. Brighton doesn't do too much creative wise. Both these teams really struggle to put the ball in the back of the net. Maybe even a 1-1. I'm going to take a shot here. I'm up in profit. 3.25, drawing the under 2.5. I'm going to go with that here, 3.25.
Right, nice. Okay. Watford versus Southampton. So Watford 2.4, Southampton 3, and the draw 3.3. Again, a tough match to predict, I think. Start us off, big man. What do you like?
This is a pass for me. Probably the 2 teams I hate the most in this league. I don't have any. Watford is. You might as well throw a dart when picking Watford. Flip a coin. Get your
Yeah.
dog to decide. I don't get this team at all. And Saints, I hate also. So pass for me.
Okay, pass. Flash, passing or playing?
No, it's got to be a pass from me because I'm cheering Southampton on with everything I've got. But can you rely on no? Is the feel-good factor? No. The fans are actually going against the manager. They've just sold Van Dijk. Honestly, this is a massive month, maybe 6 weeks, because I think Southampton play 6 of the bottom 7 over the next 6 or 7 weeks. So it's in their own hands. I can't go against them. I've just got to cheer them on. So any Southampton game that they're involved in, I'll be passing and cheering them.
Okay, John Smith, Watford and Saints, tale of the underachievers. Alex, what do you like?
I'm on the same page, so a pass.
Is a pass. Do you know, I was sitting on the fence, play or pass, but because we've all passed, I'm going to go for a play. I'm going to go for both teams to score. You can get that 1.77 at 10 bet. Yes, Saints are struggling on the road, but I think Watford's leaky defence here, I think it's 23 goals conceded. I think it could even ended up in a 1-1 draw, but for this video, because I want to give out a bet on everyone's passing, I'm going to go for both teams to score. Let's hope it doesn't let me down. 1.77.
If you see there, I think that you might be right, because also Watford are conceding a lot, 40 goals conceded till now. So
but Southampton just kept a clean sheet at Old Trafford, and I know that Man United didn't turn up, and Southampton kept another clean sheet a week later against Fulham away in the cup. I only, if Southampton win this game or they score, I think 1-0 is a great bet. But obviously, I'm passing, so we'll cheer you on. Well, I'm not. I'm not
All right.
cheering you on that because Southampton are desperado for 3 points.
Thanks.
In fact, they want 4 points.
Thanks, teammate. Thanks, teammate. Oh, well, the other one, another one is under 2.5 goals. I'm going to stick with it. Both teams to score. I've been challenged before and it's come in, so I'm going to stick with it. Both teams to score.
Yeah.
Chelsea versus Leicester. Chelsea obviously involved in the match today. We'll see if that will hinder them heading into. Certainly something to take into consideration. But Chelsea 1.3, draw 6, Leicester 11. Do bearing in mind we're filming this before the match, so these odds could change. Chelsea obviously in third, and it's close up top. That fight for second place is very real. Starts off.
Sorry, you broke up there. Who did you say?
I've
cut out now.
Big man, start us off there. Chelsea,
sorry.
Leicester.
Yeah, I'm gonna take I like this Leicester group. Not looking to give up on them. Like them a lot. Vardy should be back for this match. I like Puel. Like what he's done there. And I like taking teams that are kind of not mid tier, but kind of at that 8 to 11 range against the top three. I like taking that 1.5 goals. I did it in the FA Cup with Everton against Liverpool. Gonna do it here. I like the plus 1.5 at 2.03. I think Leicester's good enough to not get blown out of here. I think they can grab a goal. I think at worst is the 2-1. Could see a pretty close game though. Chelsea, good group. Are they the top? No. I don't think they're worthy right now to be laying 1.5 goals to a pretty decent team like Leicester. With Vardy back, I'll go with them plus 1.5, 2.03.
All right, and obviously both teams had very surprising results, 0-0 to their respective teams. Flash, obviously, before we started filming, you were having a little rant about the FA Cup fixtures. Is that anything to read into going to this match?
No, because the personnel are basically that both Chelsea and Leicester put out will not even be a shadow or close to what they put out in this game. They're both obviously just concentrating on Premier League. But I mean, with Chelsea, they had a team good enough on paper to go and win the game. They just didn't put it in. As soon as a team doesn't put it in, as soon as that player then plays, I don't want nothing to do with them because it can spread like wildfire. For me, I'm definitely playing this game, and I'm going to do the Alex special, both teams to score an over 2.5. I don't care who wins.
Nice. Do you know we've got
2.3.
Saeed there as well? This is 2.3. Yeah, Saeed is saying said this is looking good for an Alex classic bet. Alex, is this looking like a classic for you?
approach. I'm on the same page with the big man, being a little bit more conservative. Pedro Barbosa said my bet on the chat. Leicester plus 1.75 at 1.83. Yes, I don't say that Chelsea will not win this match, but I don't think that they will do it at more than 1 goal's margin. But it's interesting what Dale said. It will be interesting to see if Mahrez will play. Could be movement on a transfer for him maybe before the weekend. So yeah, I think that you should look at the lineups. Mahrez is an important player for Leicester, and if he gets transferred and he will not play that game, the situation will get changed. But still, I don't think that Leicester will lose at more than 1 goals difference. If they will lose at 2, we will lose only half of our stake with half void. This is why I'm playing plus 1.75.
All right. I think I'm just going to take the over 2.5 goals. I found 1.6 earlier today. I think this fixture is going to see goals. Not sure from both sides, but I think just over 2.5 goals is my bet. How's my signal, guys? Is it all right?
Yep.
Yes. Okay now.
Okay. All right, cool. I'll be back in Costa Rica on Friday, so it'll all be back to normal, which is going to be good. Tottenham versus Everton. Tottenham 1.25, draw 6, Everton 13. Obviously, Tottenham, again, is a must-win, close up top there. Tottenham, one of the Premier League teams that did bring a result in the FA Cup. I think it was 3-0 to Wimbledon. What do you like here, big man?
I'm going to go back to the well. Same bet. Everton plus 1.5, 2.07. Really like what they've done lately defensively. I think for the most part, they've been a lot better. Really, are they looking like the team I thought they would be defensively? No, but they're starting to look a lot better. Pickford, great goalie. And look, I like Tottenham, but I'm not really concerned that they'll blow anyone out here either. They're at home, which is always kind of a bit of an adventure. I don't have a ton on the last two games. Just this is kind of what I've been doing lately with some of these mid 8 to 10 range teams. Just taking the 1.5 goals here, and it's profited for the most part. Generally, they'll lose by one. And surprisingly enough, according to Flash Watson about a month ago, Everton wasn't any good, but they're still top 10. They're still actually in ninth, so I'm still waiting for them to get relegated. It doesn't look it's going to happen though.
No, not relegated. Anything but 7th.
Yeah, well, plenty of time left.
Oh yeah, they've not won. They've not won in like the last 3 or 4 games. They're a joke.
No.
All right. Well, Everton priced 13.
Hey, don't bite. You know I'm only winding you up. Don't bite.
I know. I'm only messing.
All right.
Spurs for me. Spurs and under 3.5 at 2.
Okay.
I won't have Everton on my mind.
All right.
Spurs to win this, but the thing is with Everton, they're organised. So they're not, as the big man says, they're not going to get blown away.
Okay, so Spurs under 3.5 goals. It says Josh Miller. Tottenham is unbeaten against Everton in the last 10 games. Mr. Cloud, do you like the over 3.5 in the Chelsea game? Alex, what are you going for?
Spurs and the under 3.5 at evens.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who's been reading whose emails?
I don't know. Today we have the same approaches on most of the matches. That means that we did our research and we are such a good team.
All right.
Well, only if we get them right.
Pedro... Yeah, exactly. I know we're all wrong.
I'll be happy
together.
if Big Man was saying Spurs and under 3.5.
No.
I have to say I like
Listen,
that. I do.
Here's the problem with Flash Watson. Here's the problem with his predicting this year. He's put his personal beliefs in certain teams, and they have not wavered. Everton could go out tomorrow, and all of their whole starting 11 could cure a disease, each of them, and Flash would still have a reason on why we shouldn't believe in them and why they shouldn't be regarded as living legends. He would have a reason to tell us why. His personal vendettas against certain teams have really wavered in his predictions. Again, I mean, can we lie with that? He's had an issue with Everton all year, and it's not wavered. He literally bets against them just to bet again every week.
Well, at least he's consistent.
Correct. Good point, Natalie. At least he's consistent. But again, Flash, I mean, I'd love to tally up. You know, when I get a chance tomorrow, I'm going to go back in all the videos and I'm going to tally up what your personal bets against Everton have done for you this year. I'm going to guarantee you've lost money.
Oh yeah, without a doubt I have, because I was with them. I was with them for the first 8 games of the season.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see.
If I'm with them, they get beat, and if I go against them, they win.
The problem is not when you went with them. The problem is when you went against them.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
well, I've seen them with my own eyes, and honest to God, they're not a good team. But there again, the standard is not good this year because there's like 10 teams that could go down as we sit here now.
But you know what? I don't mind if they lose this week. As long as they don't lose by 2 or more, I'm good with that.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Exactly. 2-0, we're all happy. Oh, 1-0.
What do you say about the new striker?
I've not seen enough of him to comment. Let's have a look.
In Champions League, he played incredible.
Oh, listen, Champions League is not. That's like once every 3 months. Let's see what he does in the Premier League week in, week out. But listen,
right, guys.
That Turkish.
If anyone's interested in my bet, I'm going for Tottenham to win 2-0. You guys are saying, yeah, I'm going for Tottenham win 2-0, 1.91. Everton, they're just not scoring. I think less than a goal a game on the road. I think at Tottenham, it's going to be a very tough feat for them. Spurs to win 2-0, 1.91. I'm just reading the comments. A few people agree, and then a few people are actually liking both teams to score. Kevin Rapley, both teams to score. Spurs, Everton seems decent. But then we've got, who else? We've got John Smith, Everton solid defence, 1-0, 2-0 to Spurs. So Spurs in the under 3.5 goals. Spurs win 2-0. Hopefully all that will come in. Bournemouth versus Arsenal. Arsenal 1.62, draw 4.2, and Bournemouth 5.5. If you joined Monday's show, you saw Big Man give a big rib to Martin Green about being an Arsenal fan. I have to say, as far as a betting point of view, I think they are very hard to bet on right now. Incredible results, shocking results. Obviously, FA Cup, their 4-2 loss. I think this is I am staying away. I've got a couple of pets possible, but I'm staying away. Alex, what do you like here?
It's difficult. Yeah, I took Arsenal earlier at 1.65 to beat Bournemouth. But I don't think that this is a good value. So I don't know what to say exactly. I think that they will win, but not a lot of, with a lot of goals difference. So I will change my my bet, and I'm going with Bournemouth +1 at 1.78.
Okay, that was I found 1.65 for that bet, but yeah, not a bad way to play it. Are Arsenal one to back here, big man?
No, and it's not because I don't think they're not going to win this game. They probably will, but it's so difficult right now because there are imminent moves probably on the table for Arsenal Football Club, and they probably on Saturday will have a different team than they do now. So they're one team for me right now that I can't get involved in. Listen, do I think Arsenal should beat Bournemouth? Sure, they should. I mean, they're priced that they should, but they're on the road here. They're going to be without a side that is going to lack in. Listen, without Mesut Ozil, they're not an attack that I can believe in. I've seen them without him. They're boring. They have no creativity, and the backups right now that they have. How do you get excited? How do you get excited by there's no Giroud? Walcott is getting paid over £100,000 a week. But just think about that. When you get off this show today and you go sit on your couch or go back to your desk, think about the fact that Dio Walcott makes over £100,000 a week. It's amazing. Other than Jack Wilshere, is there a lot to be excited about with their midfield? I don't know that I see it. Coquelin's been sold. They're going to have a totally different team. So for me, I have to stay away from Arsenal Football Club until further notice in the Premier League because I don't know what their team's going to look like.
Yeah, yeah. Stephen Alla, the transfer turmoil at Arsenal makes them toxic. Stay away.
They're toxic always.
Yeah.
It's not just the transfer. They're always toxic, and they'll be toxic until Arsene Wenger goes away, until Stan Kroenke sells the team. That's the truth.
Yeah. So what are you passing? Sorry, that big man, or did you say you had?
Yeah,
here?
I have to. I have to pass. I have to wait to see what their team looks like. You know, if Mesut Ozil's there and he's in on Saturday, I'd probably gonna grab Arsenal at that point, but not right now. I can't.
All right. Yeah. Flash, what do you like?
I'll take the last few words that Big Man said, and until you know the side, you can't get involved in Arsenal. I thought both teams to score might be a bit of value. Maybe maybe an Alex special. Because the thing is of Arsenal, they cannot defend, and the way if Mertesacker plays, then and you might even be twisting my arm to have a bit on Bournemouth. Because I tell you what, Notts Forest are not very good at all, and they rip them a new one. Honest to God, I've seen Forest so many times this year, and they're below average. They've got a lot of kids who have just come out of reserve team football, and they could have had 6 or 7 against an Holding. Oh, honestly, don't get me started on Arsenal. I think they're a complete disgrace, and they get by on 3 or 4 players.
Eric Lichai, their best, the kid that was scoring all the goals, Lichai, he can't even make the US team. So I mean, he's totally right.
I know Eric since he was 16 when he was at or 17 when he was at Aston Villa in the youth and reserve team over here, and he's a fullback. But anyway, but we're pleased for him anyway, and he got a new dog as well. You know, Twitter had a campaign to get him a dog, so that's a good ending. But the thing is with Arsenal, you just don't know what Arsenal's going to turn up. And if Sanchez is off, which they're saying he's going to go Man City, and Ozil's off, then who have they got? They're overrated, the backup players. So for me, you have to wait and see. But as we sit here now, both teams to score is probably the only way that I would be quite confident.
All right. Now, is that for your official record there, Flash? Both teams to score?
No, pass.
It's a pass. All right. Okay. Final match, big clash of the weekend here. Liverpool versus Man City. Man City 2.25, Liverpool 3.1, draw 3.75. Also want to say as well, actually, we've got a sister YouTube site called Bookmakers Review, and these clips are actually put over their individual clips. You don't have to watch the whole thing. So Bookmakers Review, go and check it out. Subscribe. So Man City, their favourites to win 2.25. Hopefully it's going to be a great game, looking possibly like an Alex classic. Alex, will we see a classic?
Alex,
Is that your bet?
absolutely all the way. 1.72. Manchester City are on fire. Liverpool, even without Coutinho, are a decent team. Van Dijk right now in the back. Maybe they will be better in the defense, but who knows? Let's see him in action. But I think that they will score against the Man City. 1.72 for the Alex Classic, but I have another approach also. Over 3 goals on the Asian handicap at 1.76.
All right, you taking 2 bets then for your
Both.
official record, going
Yes,
in
both
hard
bets.
and heavy. Okay, Flash, what are you going for?
Yeah, I've got 2 bets for this game as well, and I nearly had 3 or 4. I'm going to do Man City to win the game anyway. Let's just start with that. And then I'm going to do Man City and both teams to score at 3.4, because I think that obviously that brings in the. You'd rather have my money going on Man City to hit Liverpool on the break, because I just can't have Liverpool defensively. I know Van Dijk's gone in there, but it's going to take more than a few weeks, and they need more. So for me, my main bet is going to be Man City, both teams to score 3.4.
Okay, 3.4, very nice odds. Flash, sorry, big man, what have you got?
Yeah, Natalie, if I can, I just want to make a comment to the listeners here. I've had a lot of people reach out to me lately about, where do I get these both teams to score and the over kind of things. I think it's important to mention to the listeners, if you're in America, most of the books are not going to offer that, unfortunately. It's just unfortunately how it goes. The soccer wagering at some of the websites isn't great. I just wanted to throw that out to some of the people. I know some people ask, it seems like a good bet. It is. It's just unfortunately some of the books that we use, guys, they don't have those. So you might have to look through another thoroughfare. But in saying that, I can bet them. So I'm going to go with what I'm betting. I think this is the bet of the weekend. I think this is my banker, and I absolutely love it. I'm going to go Manchester City and the over 2.5 at 2.88 at Coral. Listen, I mean, you got to remember, you're going to get Man City. They've not lost a game this year in this league at plus money. It's hard to envision them not winning this game, or I just don't see it. And we know the fact that these two love to go up and down. Should see it be a basketball match, as Flash would say. Give me over 2.5 and Man City combined at 2.88.
Yeah, okay. Does Natalie live in paradise? I'm visiting my family in Paris. I'm in
She's
Colombia, in
visiting
Medellin,
paradise
actually.
from time to time.
Yeah,
She's visiting.
I'm visiting paradise, but I also live in
Are they
paradise.
the
Costa
staff
Rica
quarters
is
behind you?
no,
Are they
I'm
the
in.
staff
I'm
quarters behind
actually.
you?
Those are the neighbours. Those are the neighbours, and everyone lives in
Oh,
big glass houses. So at night you can see everybody walking around. If you sit there with
lovely.
binoculars,
No, don't start all that binocular business.
yeah.
I actually
No, it's
do that.
it's all
do
big
that.
it's all big glass houses. I'm not really sure. I sort of feel a little bit funny,
At
sort
my
of
shore
What
house,
do you
I do
mean?
wandering
that.
around in my pajamas at night.
Well,
In
I
your
mean,
what house, big
Flash,
man?
sometimes when you're looking for someone, Flash, you have to stake them out. So I'll sit in my car and just stake people out that I need to find. But no, I do at my shore house.
How
We
can
have
you be incognito?
well, I'm not. Oh, believe me, Flash, I know
They're blacked
everything.
out
Ask
people.
anybody.
Camouflages.
Yeah, but at my shore house, listen, I'm on I have a third floor balcony, and I can literally see for miles. And I have binoculars up there, and I look up
Love
and
that.
check people out. It's fun.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, I'm going to go for. I've got 2 bets as well for this match. I'm going to go for, and I really like this one. Man City draw no bets, which I'm going to put in Mayaka 1.67, and both teams to score and the over 2.5 goals 1.72. Just in case of a draw there, I think it's incredible results because Man City hopefully are not losing. I'm going to say this is going to be fine last words, isn't it? They're going to go and do their first loss to Liverpool. But Man City, draw no bet, 1.67. So those are my two bets. So there we go. We have wrapped up all the matches and is now to our banker and our two-team parlay. Who would like to kick us off? Raise your hands. Who feels really confident? All right,
we have
big man.
Manchester United versus Stoke, or we did talk about it?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Good team. All right.
Pass.
So, yeah, Manchester United versus Stoke. Pass for you. Okay. What are you going for,
Pass
Alex?
for me. Pass for me.
All right. Can I ask?
I'll tell you what, if we have a full house of passes, Alex, how can you trust Man United?
I know,
You
but
cannot.
it's a must-win, isn't it? But can you trust Stoke? That is the question as well.
I honest to God, I was actually at the game, and I've never seen a team so leggy. I know it sounds really weird, but Matic is a quality player. He looked like he was running in a sandpit with deep sea divers boots on. He could not lift his legs. It was like unbelievable. I felt so sorry for the fans of Man United because Southampton should have beaten them. Should have beaten them.
Yeah. Yeah. Big man, what are you going for? Manchester United versus Stoke.
Stoke is awful. I mean, they are just dreadful. I mean, 47 goals they've given up. I mean, that is awful. That is terrible. I feel bad for the people of Stoke. They're great people. They don't deserve it. Listen, this is priced that Man United's going to win fairly easily. I'm actually going to go and people. I voiced my concern. I don't like Manchester United a ton, but I think they're going to pound Stoke here at home. I'm going to go United. I'm going to go Man United win to 0 here, 1.83. I don't think Stoke is very good. I don't think they can score. United's defense is still pretty good. I think this is a 2-0 match. I'll go United win to 0 at 1.83.
Yeah, big man. I hope you're right because that's also my bet. Win to 0. I tell you what. Again, another bet. Shop around for your odds. You got 1.83. Bet 365. You've got 2 at Bet Victor, and I know depending on where you all are, you've got different bookies. But Manchester United win to 0. I got 1.95 for mine. So that brings me to the banker, and I can't believe I've got that much there. And the ACCA. Big man, what have you got?
Banker Man City in the over 2.5 at 2.88. And I'm going to go with the two-team parlay. I'm going to go Newcastle to win and under 2.5 Brighton and who are they playing? West Bromwich Albion.
Okay. Flash, over to you.
Yeah, I'm going to go with my nap is going to be Spurs and under 3.5 at 3.5. And my parlay is going to be Newcastle and Manchester City, both teams to score at 3.4.
Okay. All right, Alex.
Going with both teams to score and the over 2.5 Liverpool versus Manchester City. And for my double, I'm going Newcastle to win and over 3 goals on the Asian handicap again, Liverpool versus Manchester City.
Okay. I'm going for both teams to score over 2.5 goals. Alex, classic Liverpool versus Manchester City. And then I'm going to go for Burnley and the draw. And I'm going for Man City draw no bet as my 2-team parlay. We've got Saeed says Burnley is amazing value at draw no bet this week. Yes, it is. And also and the draw, double chance there. There we go, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Those are our bets. Best of luck with yours. And thanks for sharing all along the comment section. Love reading them as we're going along there. And yeah, best of luck for this weekend. And we'll see you next week. Also, join us tomorrow. We've got the best bet show where we look at the other leagues as well. Joining us will be Martin Green and Stuart from Tipster HQ. And of course, Alex from Need for Tips. Thank you, guys. And I'll see you tomorrow and see you next week.